Hey guys, Emil here, and welcome to a new series, I would say. So, Fatal Fury City of the Wolves has some of the most extensive, lore-rich endings we've had in any SNK games. However, they do require, for you to fully enjoy them, they do require some knowledge about, the previous games, which unfortunately you can't get any recaps from the game itself. Now, luckily, and again, I'm promoting my content here, you can watch a full recap of the entire series in terms of lore. There's a video, it's about 30 minutes long that you can watch, and that's just the brief one, the short one. There's actually a longer series where the whole thing is about more than 2 hours, and I'm halfway through. So you can watch the prelude to Fatal Fury, you can watch the story of Fatal Fury 1, 2, and 3 right now on the channel, and they're pretty extensive for you to understand everything about every single character. Alright, so with that said, what we're gonna do in this series, every video we're just going to watch like an ending together and try to explain it and explain the story. So not only the endings, but we'll do the prologues and pretty much everything so you understand the stories here. So in order for us to understand the ending, we'll just a quick recap on what's happening with Rock. So at the end of Fatal Fury Mark of the Wolves, he left with Kain. Now, we learned through this game that he actually was not kidnapped or anything like that, or that Kain had any nefarious plans. In fact, Kain seems like a good guy who's trying to find his sister and get his sister out of Mr. Big's captivity, right? So, basically, there's a tournament from Stroheim, and this is the biggest mystery right now. Who is Stroheim? Who organized this tournament? And we don't see him in the game. So maybe it's someone who's going to be added. Is it Krauser? Is it somebody else? And the idea is that for them, they're trying to, the prize of the tournament is Giza's legacy. And now we can understand Giza's legacy in this case are the hidden scrolls. So as long as he gets the scrolls to this person, she's already a courtesy of Mr. Big, and claim the legacy. So Mr. Big has her. Terry and Rock haven't seen each other for a while, right? So then they finally meet at the tournament, at the finals, and they're gonna fight each other. And they fight, obviously, and again, this is just quickly, he wins, and something happens. So he finally defeated Terry, and I think this is the canon ending to the game, by the way. Everybody's having a good time. Marie Heinlein is here, courtesy of Mr. Big. We still don't understand the whole story, why she's with him. And Jack just shows up. For some reason, this is tied to Mr. Big's story, obviously, so we don't know what's happening here. Gets beaten by Big, but Marie gets hurt. And this is when Rock goes berserk and loses control, and he has been losing control up to this time, like for a few months before the events of this game, he's been losing control. That's how he turned into Fallen Rock. So he's got sucked into this void where he's going to have to fight his inner evil, the Fallen Rock. So this is like all the evil emotion, all the bad emotions that he had, feeling that he was the reason why his mom was hurt and was captured, thought dead, and all that. So all these regressed kind of like negative emotions with the Giza's blood and the scrolls being around ignited this personality within Rock, which is Fallen Rock. So this is like really everything he suppressed, and he's fighting his evil doppelganger kind of thing, and this is all happening in his mind, obviously. So he fights basically another part of him. He defeats him, obviously, and that's where we have the spectacular ending. So as soon as he, defeated himself or his evil self, the scrolls just, caught fire, like this energy fire. And this is where he sees something very nice. It's a memory of young Giz with his mom. How does she look so young? Did we go back in time? He wondered. This is amazing. This is pretty awesome, and it explains a lot. So Giz, after all, he did not really just abandon him for the sake of abandoning him. He abandoned him because he knew he had to, fight for, his city, right? And he did not, and he knew he's gonna do illegal stuff and go into wars with the mob and becoming, doing all these illegal stuff. So he didn't want his son to be involved, and that's why he abandoned him and Marie. Which is a fantastic story, fantastic writing, very deep character development that shows Giz is not, that mustache twirling evil guy that some people think. I think this is great character development, and that explains a lot, right? And now Rock understands his father, and like all of them, kind of like on a friendly terms with Billy and Kine. Jin scrolls, nasty pieces of work. Just as you were starting to come back to us, those things burst into flames. So the fact that he was close to the scrolls, as we will understand in another ending, why does it have an effect on Rock? Why it didn't have an effect on Giz, even though it had an effect, as we're going to see in another ending. So this is an ongoing series that we're going to untangle the mysteries of the story, which I think is fantastic in this game, by the way. It just needs more cutscenes, to be honest. He finally found his mom, who he thought she was dead. Now this is still a mystery. Why is she with Mr. Big? That's probably going to be revealed when Mr. Big releases. Beautiful moment. I love this stuff. This looks really good. It's a happy ending. Everybody is happy. And I think this is the canon ending to the game, with some parts of Terry as well as some other ones that we're gonna see. So time has passed and Rock decides to leave. You're certain you can go it alone. I have something and I have to do, and I need a little time to myself. It's a good plan, part of the legacy that Mr. Big was chasing. It was only a fraction of the whole thing. I'll be waiting to hear what you want to do with the rest. Keep me in the loop. So Billy is loyal to Giz and Giz's son, and of course Rock, who is Rock. So he just asked him, what do you want to do with the legacy of your dad? I'll support you. So pretty much all these people who we thought are bad guys are kind of like gray, not really, bad, and they just want what's the best for Rock, and they have different views on what's the best for Rock. Of course, Terry's views are not the same as Kine, not the same as Billy. His mom understood. There's still a big mystery about her, and as I said, we can understand that. And this is pretty awesome. And we have Rock chasing the train where Terry rides. Terry was waiting for him. Well, this truly feels like an ending to the series, by the way. Let's part together again sometime. And he gave him his famous Fatal Fury hat. I think this was beautiful. This was truly a great ending, I think. And this is the good thing. This is the thing I like about the game, is that most of the endings are pretty awesome. Most of them can fit together. Some of them are odd, but we'll do that in another video. So we'll do each day, probably I'll do a video about one ending and try to explain it and put you guys in the story and make you understand what's happening here, because there's a lot of backstory. As I said, I highly suggest you check my recap of the previous games to understand, and hopefully SNK will update the game with more videos and to give us an idea on what happened before. So what did you guys think about this ending? Let me know in the comments section. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Do you like the idea of us going together here, watching the ending and explaining what happened? Let me know all that again, and I will see you guys next time.